Whoa, it's live. And it's Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas. Show you guys what I got for Christmas pretty soon. When someone gets here, just tell me if you can hear me. Hopefully you can hear me. I hope so. It's not just muted or something stupid like that, which I always seem to have trouble with. Always. Okay, are we gonna... Damn it. Hey, Jebediah, can you hear me? Let me just find out, make sure audio's working before we do our Christmas thing. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Oh, awesome. You guys can hear me. Yeah. Hey, guys. Merry Christmas. I'll show you guys what I got for Christmas soon. We'll do Jingle Bells, right? Dashing through the snow on a one-horse open sleigh. Over the fields we go, bashing skulls all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. A sleighing, what fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, Rick Grimes smells, Carl's Blues is more than an eye. The Gimpmobile lost its wheel and Andrew Lincoln went back to the UK. I may have been drinking earlier, just so you know. So I'll show you guys what I got for Christmas. I didn't get too much stuff. Let's see. This is kind of cool. This is one thing. I sold a bunch of stuff, so that's good. Like $1,500 worth of figures. So I got this for the channel, which I think is pretty cool. So it's a light. It's like a stand, right? So that guy, it lights up and everything. Custom made. That's nice. Oh man. What do you guys think? You like it? So that, let's see, that can go right there. So that's cool, man. That's cool. Did you give me a damn plug? Freaking guy. I'll have to check the box after. What do you guys think? You like it? Cool, right? Kind of cool. All right, so that's pretty much all I got, man. I didn't get a whole lot in the way of figures or anything because I'm trying to clear stuff out. So that's why. So yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of some stuff. Oh, we got Dwighty Boy here. He's here. That's cool. All you guys. Oh, man. Merry Christmas to all you guys. Awesome. Thanks for joining me, man. It's cool. So I was going to do like a video. I got, all the usual stuff to go over for kind of a dad update. I guess we'll do it live with you guys. David Bragg sent this one through. And if you guys have any questions you want to get to, you can send them through and we'll try to get to them after. So David said, Trev, the rumors are going around that it's going to be not until 2021 before the first Rick Grimes movie even comes out. The word is they're having a difference of opinion on which direction to open the movie with and what is the reason Rick hasn't come back for his family. Then he says, this doesn't sound good if it's true because by then the fans will have all lost interest. So, I mean, it's probably pretty easy to say that we're probably not going to get the Rick movie until 2021, right? It's probably not going to happen like this year. I mean, we're at the end of 2019 and they haven't started filming yet or anything like that. So yeah, so we're probably not going to see the Rick movie until at least 2021, which is unfortunate because I thought they were aiming for a 2020 release. It's been over a year since Rick left and everything. So, it's kind of unfortunate that it's taken so long. But I mean, when it comes to movies, it's going to take a while. And I guess it's better than if they would have just killed him off. If they would have done that, that would have been really bad for the series, and everybody would have been pissed off. So I guess it's kind of a good thing. But it is taking a while. So that it does kind of suck. But what can we do, right? We got to wait for it and that whole thing. So yeah, we're live, Cap. You got it, man. Give you a shout out, Chiropractic Thunder. There's your nice name, Chiropractic Thunder. There's your shout out. Yeah, Merry Christmas, JMH. Merry Christmas to all you guys and your families and everybody. Love you guys, man. So it's cool. Never lose interest in the movies. Yeah, the movies will be cool. What's going to be kind of interesting is if they actually do 3 of them. The Walking Dead TV series will probably be over before the second one even hits. So let's do the math here. Work this out. 2020 will be the second half of season 10, the first half of season 11, and you won't get the Rick movie yet. It'll be the second half of season 11, and then you probably get the Rick movie after that in 2021. So the Rick movie, the first Rick movie, will come out after season 11 has finished, before season 12. So the Rick movie would come out, and then you'd have literally like maybe season 12. And if the rumors are true, that would be kind of your last season, or maybe season 13 if they get one more out of it. And then we'd have to see past that what AMC wants to do, if there's interest there for them to continue the series or not. And then after that, you'd have 2 more Rick movies. So the way they've kind of set it up is kind of interesting, because what likely will probably happen here in the next few years is the first Rick movie will come out. And then if they actually do a trilogy, if they do 2 more, those are not going to release until actually after the series has actually ended. So Rick will sort of out-survive everybody else in terms of our chronological time, because real world time, because the movies will still be coming out later. But, you know, I know Gimple said a trilogy, but I think that's just something where he was trying to console us. He's like, don't worry, guys. You know, don't stop watching it. Don't all freak out. It's going to be okay. We're going to do 3 movies, right? It's like, you know, let's try to get the one finished first, and then we can talk about a second or a third one, because that's quite a bit to go through. So personally for me, you know, I think they'll do the one. Maybe they'll do a second. Third one is kind of, it's hard to say. I guess if Fantasy League wants to do it, they'll do it, but there's no, you know, there's no guarantees. Stickwan said, "You're the man, Trev. You DBZ fan." I am an old school DBZ fan from, you know, like from the 90s, dude. Like Rock the Dragon intro. I just sold about $800 worth of DBZ figures, which pains me to do. It hurts. It's like but I bought a Negan figure, one of these 1/6 scale. So Negan's going to go probably like right. I'm going to do right here, and then all the rest is going to go on their knees. So that's going to be cool. So I don't know. I get excited for this stupid stuff, right? It's like Joe, you have no life. I know I don't have a life. I know. It's Walking Dead all day, every day. What can you do? You know, Christmas. Yeah, we got to do Christmas special. I guess the Walking Dead channel did a Christmas special too. I did one, which was the rise and fall, the popularity of the Walking Dead, which is not to say, I know the title, Rise and Fall of the Walking Dead, but it was not an insult or to say the series is dead or anything like that. It's not, it was looking at the popularity of the series. So what made it popular to start with, and then season 7 and 8, and getting your guys' opinions on what, you know, had the series kind of come down after that, which I guess maybe after so many episodes is inevitable anyway. But that's kind of what we did as our sort of extended video, which was like a half an hour long or whatever. And then like an hour after I did it, Walking Dead did one too. It's like, Walking Dead channel, don't copy me. You don't need to copy me. You have the library of the entire series, The Walking Dead. You can't think of anything else to do but look at Trev and do the same thing he's doing. It's like, dude, you don't need to do that. You know, whoever's at AMC, like you guys, man, come on, use this and come up with concepts. Don't just copy Trev. It doesn't make sense. You know, you're the official channel. I'm just a small guy. You don't need to squash me by counter programming me. So anyway, it's all good. I'm just kidding. It's Christmas, so I'm not gonna make, you know, I'm not gonna cut a promo on him or make a huge rant about it. Whatever. It's cool. I get it. What we got here from comments? Pat Curtis is here. Pat, that's weird, man. Why you gotta make it weird? Sniffing asses. It's weird, dude. I don't care if you're gay. That's cool. But you know I'm not. So it's cool. You know, it's cool, man. Trading Cards and More says, Trev, do you like the NECA horror ultimate figures? Oh, they're awesome, dude. They do some really cool figures. You guys don't know what NECA's figures are. I mean, I think there's a They Live set coming out. I looked at that. I'm trying to sell my figures, trying to get rid of a bunch of stuff. But, you know, I looked at that. I was like, oh, man, that is really cool, right? The They Live. You guys ever seen They Live? That's a cool movie. It's Roddy Piper. He puts on the glasses. And all of a sudden, he starts to see all the consumer signs are like a hidden subliminal messaging for obey and stuff like this. And if you guys didn't know, the U.S. government actually did that in the 60s. They did subliminal text in some intros and stuff like that, which you can find online, which have words like obey and things like this, and be agreeable, be a yes man, right? Be a yes man. So make it easier to control everybody, the sheeple, right? Walking Dead, TWD says, you're awesome, man. Keep up the good work. So thank you, man. I appreciate it. And thank all you guys for joining me too, right? Because that's the thing that's my fear right now as I make these videos, but no one's there to hang out with me. Like nobody cares anymore. But I'm happy to see that that you guys are still here. Mike R asked, how much time you got off work, Trev? I got 2 days, bro. I got today and tomorrow, man. Oh, it's awesome. I'm only working 4 days this week. So I got an extra day off. And I usually never get an extra day off during Christmas, Boxing Day week. I usually work 5 days during this week, but this year, just 4 days. So I got these 2 days off. So I'm going to go see the family tomorrow, stuff like that, Christmas dinner and everything. So that's going to be fun, man. So that's cool. Robert Pattinson playing the new Batman. Omar Marta. Don't make me angry. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. Okay, no sparkly Batman. Maybe I should do a rant video just on that. It's like you should do it. You should do a rant video on Robert Pattinson, the sparkly vampire playing Batman, playing the most iconic character. Well, there's Negan, but one of the most iconic characters ever. And frickin' you choose Rob Pattinson to play. What the F, dude? That's the worst casting ever. And I sat through all 3. Was it 3 or was it 4? I don't know. Whatever. 3 Twilight movies or however many. Was it a trilogy? I don't know. Yeah, it's like if Twilight got that many movies, the Rick movies can get a few movies. I sat through those movies. I went to the theater to watch that crap, okay? I went with Jess because she likes that stuff. And I went there and I saw the sparkliness of the vampires. And I just think to myself, like, do you guys not know, whoever cast that at Warner Brothers, do you dudes not know that comic book geeks are, they're not like us. We're not your usual type of people. We're pretty freaking smart compared to most people. If you took our intelligence quotient from us, our IQ cumulatively, it would be probably way higher than that of the regular population. So if you think we don't know that Robert Pattinson's a sparkly vampire, and now you're going to make him Batman, it's like, God damn it. Daryl Dixon says, Whisperer's not far. Yeah, man. That's true. The Whisperers have been awesome in the TV series. They have been really awesome, especially Samantha Morton as Alpha. She's been amazing. And Ryan Hurst, he's a perfect cast for Beta. I mean, you want to talk a good casting. That Batman casting is a disaster, but Ryan Hurst cast as Beta is awesome, man. I'm a huge fan of his. That guy is awesome. And then so Samantha Morton as Alpha. And even the American Pie, Thora Birch. Yeah, okay, there it is. Yes, for Gamma. Really good, too. The Whispers have been great so far. Merry Christmas, John. Merry Christmas, Torrin. Let's see what else we got here. Lots of comments from you guys. I don't do these very often. I don't do these live streams all that often, but this is cool, guys. I love hanging out with you guys, and I'm happy to see there's so many of you guys here. I've got a bunch of stuff for us to go through anyway. We can get through, but let's just see what else we got here. Any good comments aside from the gay stuff, which it's not cool, Pat. It's not cool. Travis Maggie at the Commonwealth Mad says probably, but I think what they're doing is I think it's a bigger overarching group of at least 3 major communities, and I think it's going to be a mix. Like there's going to be some like of the rings. There's going to be one group like Maggie's group, maybe with Georgie, that's a good group, like good guys. But then there's going to be other groups that are not so good. Like Dr. Frankenstein, take people in a helicopter, experiment on them, experiment on Rick, do stuff like that with him. That's that kind of thing. He's done much better work since Twilight. Well, I'm sure he's done much better work, Blitz, than Twilight. I mean, come on, dude. It's no problem. I don't have anything personally against the actor. I'm just saying that, when you get into a certain line of work, it's difficult to kind of switch. I'm sure he's a very talented actor and everything like that. Alpha Miaz says he wants more tequila, so he's drinking some tequila. That's cool. I had some wine earlier, but I wanted eggnog and rum, but I'm all the rum's gone, right? Why is the rum gone? I don't know. It's just I drank it all, so I got to get some more rum. But the liquor store, I was gonna go liquor store, but then I was like, it's more fun to do hang out with you guys. So maybe I'll go liquor store later if I can get there in time. It's Christmas Eve though, so I don't know what time it closes. But I could go for some rum and eggnog right about now. Absolutely, man. Rob, hey Rob, how's it going, man? Real time, you got it, man. Hanging out with you guys, man. Try to bring out Tregan. Cut a promo on the Walking Dead channel for copying me. No, not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Do you think the CRM is the Commonwealth? Yeah, pretty much. I think so. And I don't know where the CRM concept started from to begin with. Was it Gimple who dropped that name, CRM, in an interview? I think so. Get some rum and come back and drink with us on stream. Yeah, I wanted to, dude, but I was like, you know what? Just get it done, because if you don't get it done, and you start drinking, next thing you know, you're going to procrastinate, and then you're not going to do it. So Negan take Alpha's head to Carol? Oh, that'd be so cool, man, right? So they might that might be just what they do in the second half. I was hoping that we might see like a remix or something, like maybe well, I'm not going to say that I hope they kill Beta first because Beta's awesome, but I don't know, man. I mean, I guess you probably do go that route. If you look at the trailer for the second half of the season when Alpha's kind of back, she's got some blood around her neck, and there might be some kind of wire or something around there, so maybe Negan decapitates her or something, which is kind of brutal. But it will be interesting at least to see. But I am looking forward to seeing how they kind of work the whole thing out as far as adapting it from the comics. If they go just the same route, which sometimes they do, or if they remix it and have her be killed some other means. But I'm looking forward to seeing kind of the relationship between Alpha and Negan, how they play off each other. And you guys know I'm a huge Negan fan, so really happy he's still in the series and hope that he stays in the series for long term because JDM is amazing and we need it, man. We need people like that. Let's see what we got here. Merry Christmas to Nathan Skywalker. Let's see who else we got. Who would you cast as Batman, Trev, from Omar? I don't know, man. I'd have to look through. I have to do the homework. This is just something people just threw at me right now. I don't know. Love Batman, but this is something you'd have to go through and really think hard on that one. Maybe you go with somebody who can do the action scenes, the fighting sequences really well. It's hard to argue with that. I think the Batman side of things is more important than the Bruce Wayne side of things, at least for me. So Zhu Chang says, I have a tiny penis. Girls laugh at me. So sorry, man. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, man. What can you do? I don't know. I think there's surgery you can get for that. I've heard of that. I don't know. You can lift a lot of weights, right? You can get jacked, and that doesn't matter so much. So that's good. So you could look into something like that, or do what a lot of guys do: get a really, really nice car, right? Do it, right? Got a small dick, but he's got a great car, so it's cool, right? Compensate for it. Okay, hookers. Yeah, that's true. Hookers, right? Asian, the Thailand, right? Asian hookers. Where did this? Something went wrong here. You guys took me in the wrong direction here. We were supposed to be doing like a dead update or going through some new stuff. Okay, so there's new casting for Fear the Walking Dead. It's Zoe Coletta. So it says the Walking Dead universe continues to grow as 2020 will see the addition of several new characters to the AMC horror franchise. A third series, Walking Dead World Beyond, is launching in the spring, and Fear the Walking Dead will see a brand new character join the fray. The already expansive cast will be adding young actress Zoe Coletta to its ranks in the upcoming 6th season. Coletta looks to have a big impact on the show, being brought on as a series regular in her first season. So I'm not too familiar with that. It says Deadline broke the news on Friday that Coletta, star of this year's Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, will be joining the cast of Fear the Walking Dead in season 6, playing a, quote, pivotal role that will unfurl as the season progresses. No other details regarding Coletti's role have been revealed at this time. They have a lot of characters in Fear the Walking Dead right now. I feel like, the original Walking Dead series probably doesn't have enough, and Fear the Walking Dead has too many. They brought in Wes in the second half of season 5. They brought in the rabbi. They brought in all the kids. They didn't kill off anybody in season 5, to my surprise, because I was thinking they were going to kill off at least one person, which I guess is a good thing. We don't really need it right now with the death in the comics and stuff like that. The end of everything, as Gimple called the episode that aired at the same week as the final issue of The Walking Dead hit. Because I don't know, he likes to do weird stuff like that and crazy Easter eggs and stuff. I still think he's a Freemason. I don't know. Maybe he is. I don't think he is. I'm just kidding. But he's got the layers, right? Glass onion layers. So we got that. So Fear has tons of characters. It's almost ridiculous. And the original series is kind of shy a little bit in terms of the characters right now. So we'll see how that works out. I'm also interested to see in the next few years, if that article is true, if Fear lasts longer than the original series, that's going to be kind of crazy to see. But I'll at least appreciate that there's something on if the original Walking Dead series does end in a couple of years. So Gimple did say that with a 16-episode season, 2 halves of 8 make for good story arcs. I'll say that on Fear the Walking Dead, the way that the stories are going to be told next year are going to be very different from the other 2 shows. So it's going to have an almost entirely different format. So I don't know. They got the whole thing going with Virginia. We're hoping that in season 6 that Morgan gets saved, by Sherry. I'm hoping for Sherry. I think that's a really good one there for Dwight and everybody. I think Dwight is up to a season regular, which I mean that kind of makes sense anyway. Of course, you're gonna have Austin Emilio as Dwight as a season regular. So yeah, I mean that's just it's what it is. So for the next few years, right? This is the Morgan quote from All Out War. We're not done. We've come this far, so let's just finish it, right? Let's finish it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cover it till the very end. EJ2K says 2021 casual viewers may not care enough by then for the movies, right? Yeah, for the movies. He's right. That's the thing, right? That's the problem is that by the time the movies get done, how much of the audience do you have left? Is Rick, big enough to bring the audience back? Is he enough to kind of rekindle the spark of The Walking Dead? I don't know. But it'll be fun either way. And I think that it'll be a success to see it either way. Either way, it'll probably be the best zombie apocalypse movie that's ever been made. I mean, if you think about the others, like my favorite is probably Day of the Dead, but there's also Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead, Land of the Dead, all the Romero films. Rest in peace, Romero, for George. So there's those. But aside from that, a lot of the zombie apocalypse movies, World War Z is okay. 28 Days Later is really good. Shaun of the Dead is good. But a lot of the others are not that good. So this movie with Rick, at least the first one, it should be probably the best with the setup and everything. It should be the best zombie apocalypse movie ever made, right? I would think so. So if it isn't, then I'll be kind of disappointed. So Trading Cards and More says, I thought I'd give you a nice size super chat as a thank. What is a super chat? I don't even know what this is, man. Thank you for the content, but thank you, Trading Cards and More, for the $10. I guess I didn't even know that. I'm new to that. Am I a streaming virgin? I think I'm a streaming version, right? I don't know what this is, but thanks, brother. I appreciate it. You guys don't, you don't have to do that, man. It's cool. I'm not here as a money grab. I'm here to hang out with you guys. I don't know what this is, but okay. But thank you for that, Trading Cards. I appreciate it. And so he says he's from Manchester in the UK and have a lot of Walking Dead fans here. But question is, Freddy or Jason? So that's true, man. There are so many Walking Dead fans in the UK. I don't know what it is about it. I'm English as well too, by background. If you guys can't tell, you can tell, right? It's pretty obvious. But for him and for everybody else in the UK, man, they got to do a Walking Dead UK series. Maybe I'll write a letter to AMC and say, you idiots, doing a Walking Dead UK series. It's a no-brainer. You got to do one eventually because you have so many fans there. You just have to work out the station and whatever you're going to do as far as that goes. But you got to do that. But Freddy or Jason, I did like, Trading Cards. I did like the horror movie they did, Freddy versus Jason. I thought that was fun. I actually went to the theaters to watch that one because I like when they do crossover versus matchups and stuff like that. That's a good question, right? With Freddy, you have kind of the, he's agile. He's got the hand and everything, and he's got kind of the dream thing going right for him. And then with Jason, you have your kind of, you're I'm going to say like a juggernaut type character, but you're bigger, physically imposing, scary, and just, kind of just walk up, cut your head off type of thing. So in that movie, I think they went kind of with more of like a close to a draw, but they went with Jason. Man, I kind of like Friday the 13th. Maybe I go with Freddy. I always kind of think you always want to root for naturally David versus Goliath, right? I think, right? Isn't that true? That when you see Freddy versus Jason, you see the big guy, you see him, or you see Daryl versus Beta, it's like you're naturally dispositioned to go for the little guy, right? You just want to see the little guy win. So, I would say that I wanted to see Freddy win in that one. I think they kind of went with Jason, which is okay, but I would have wanted to see Freddy take that one myself. Plus, I do like some of the horror stuff, like where you have like the you have like the blonde cheerleader character that when you're in high school everybody hates because they want to get with her but they can't, and the chance of going with a bunch of guys in the football team, that kind of stuff. And I like that some of the horror movies they have like they kill them kill them off and stuff. Sometimes we watch 90s movies. I Know What You Did Last Summer is one that we watched recently. It kind of sucks, to be honest. I watched it back. I'm like, this is not that good. Why did I think this was so good in the 90s? It's really not that good. Rick Henberry says, thanks for being awesome. Enjoy your content. Merry Christmas. So thanks, Rick, for the $10. Appreciate it, man. Merry Christmas. I don't even know what this is. That wasn't the purpose of doing this with you guys, but thank you guys for that. That's super cool, you guys. And it's awesome. Freddie is so fun. Yeah, and he killed Johnny Depp. That's cool. I'm not up with all the latest stuff as far as all the different movies go. I can't keep track of everything. Star Wars, DW Pepper says, I do like Star Wars. I'm an old school Star Wars fan. I like even the prequel trilogy. I love the original trilogy. They're doing so much stuff, and I'm trying to do this with you guys online. And then I got my regular day job and everything. And I just get behind on it all. I can't keep up with it all. There's so much stuff coming out. Mandalorian was cool. I watched the first episode and half of that, and then I guess there's the movie. Right? There's new movies. I just can't. I can't keep up with all the stuff they're doing. I wish I could. But, it's just too much stuff. Dimps says, Merry Christmas, Trev. Hope you and your family have a great Christmas. So thanks, man. Merry Christmas to all you guys, too, man. Absolutely, for sure. So the worst season of Walking Dead is season 7. So we went over the rise and fall of The Walking Dead. That's true. Season 7 is probably the worst season of the series. I would have to agree. I would even say around that time, wasn't Fear Season 3 around that time? So I would say that Fear Season 3 is superior to The Walking Dead Season 7. Now, Season 8, something weird happened. Season 8 lost even more viewers than Season 7, which is weird to me. It means that people just didn't like Season 8, but I think it might have been the Carl kill. The Carl kill was so huge, it was so bad, that after a few episodes later, once Carl was dead, after Honor and like the next few, a lot of people rage quit. It went down by a few million views right after that, a few episodes later. So, and those episodes weren't bad. You had like the key where Rick and Negan were fighting and that was cool. So you had some awesome stuff. But yeah, man, it's kind of sad what happened around that time. That just the decline. I think people wanted to see Carl long term. They wanted to see him there long term, and they swerved it. They went with Judith instead, which is clever, right? Gimple's clever. It's what it is. Got to admit it, but at the same time, I think people I know it might have been a bit predictable, but people just wanted to see Carl there. This is what it is. So they're coming out with a 1/6 scale 3-0 Carl. So I'm looking for that. I might, if I can get that for a good deal. There's Glenn 1/6 scale figures, which are these, the bigger guys here. There's a Glenn one too, which they already can't get rid of. I think it's on clearance. It's cheap. So I might get one of those, might get a Glenn. But, it's like, where do you stop? You get a Glenn, you get a Maggie, you get a Carol, and then do you get some characters from Fear, like Alicia or something? I don't know. Dwight, something like that. It's like, that's the problem with collecting stuff, is that it just gets over time, it just gets crazy. So that's why I've been selling stuff recently and be like trying to get rid of it. Hey, take it, you can have it, because for whatever amount, because just locally, I'm not selling online or anything through the channel, but just trying to get rid of some stuff to clear some stuff out. 28 Days Later was awesome, says Steve-O. It was awesome, man. 28 Days Later was amazing. I even thought 28 Weeks Later was okay. It was like the sort of sequel. I thought it was okay. I didn't love it, but it was all right. So yeah, that's what it is. So let's see. Trev Chan 1. So it's still up and running, man. Trev Chan 1 is still there. Trevor Harris 881. You can check it out on YouTube from my parents' room, doing my thing. So, way back, man, 10 years ago or however many years ago when I used to use the channel. That's right. Will you do a movie review on Endgame and more MCU stuff? I thought I reviewed Endgame. Didn't I review Endgame, Jonathan? Jonathan, are we kept up on Trev's videos? Are we kept up, Jonathan? Are you sure we didn't? I'm pretty sure we did. So I know I did one. I'm pretty sure I posted it. Was it maybe it was like a non-spoiler. Yeah, the movie stuff. Here's the thing, right? I love the movie stuff. I probably will do more, movie reviews in the future, especially if Walking Dead eventually ends. We'll do more movie stuff and things like that. Absolutely, we will. But it's just hard to keep up with everything. That's it. Alpha says, Trev, you crossed my border. So that's good. Merry Christmas, Boom. TWB Pepper, do you do Funko or do you collect Funko Pops? I don't collect Funko Pops, but I think they're really cute. They've got the black eyes. They're like these little things like this. And they come in these really stackable boxes. And they have these black eyes. They're really cute. And they have all these different characters from Walking Dead. I have a Governor Funko. He's under there, though. I would grab him, but he's like in the bottom. Oh, here he is. Just don't want to knock shit over when I'm doing this. So here he is, the Governor, right? You kill or you, all right. You kill or you die and you kill. Something like that, right? That's been 7 years. The Governor, he's got the missing eye. He's got the Governor, man. That's awesome. So I guess they did a Governor, they did a Rick. What else they do? Prison Guard and Merle. So that's cool. Merle was awesome too. So these are the Funko Pops. I think they're cute, and I got this one for almost free. I used a gift card for holidays. It's cute. It's cute. Phil, right? Or Brian, whichever version you want to go with comics. So that's cool. Oh, he's number 66. That's wrong. I shouldn't have bought him. If I'd have known that, I wouldn't have bought him. So they're cute though, right? And then you get these people, they have, if you guys don't know about this, you never looked at this. I don't know if you're into this or not. If you're not, just give me a sec. We'll go on to something else. But some people collect these and they stack them up and they'll have like a whole wall full of the just stacked Funko Pops all in their packages. They do all kinds of different things. So it's pretty cool. So I like the Funko Pops. I think they're cute. I think they're fun. I just, I'm not into it myself because I'm more like a, masculine guy type of thing. So I'm like, kill stuff and break stuff and action and all that stuff. But for the girls, curls for the girls. For the girls, they're cute, right? So that's what I like. Subby, hey Subby, how you doing, brother? $20, dude. You don't have to do it, man. You don't have to do it. Just $1, $2 is fine even if you want to. But thank you, man. Merry Christmas to you. Donate to my favorite YouTubers. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. And good luck to you, man, and everything that you're doing. And that's so cool, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. You don't have to do it, guys. I appreciate it, but that's not, I just want to hang out with you guys. You know what I mean? Nothing superficial or anything like that. This isn't business. This is just us hanging out, having fun. But thank you. Merry Christmas to you, man. And Merry Christmas to everybody else who did that. Trading cards. Thank you, man. Merry Christmas to you. And Dimps and, the ones prior to that. Rick, Merry Christmas to you too, man. And if you got a question, Rick, send it to me because I feel bad, and EJ2K. I feel kind of bad, dudes. But thank you guys. I appreciate it. It's wicked cool. Love you guys, man. Awesome. Subby, send me a question if you got anything on top of your mind. So Zombie Santa, right? So let's see. I bet The Walking Dead are regret killing off Carl right now from Thomas. If they aren't, they should be. If they aren't, they should be regretting it because I think it measurably within the next year or two had a huge negative impact on the show after Carl was gone. So, I think that Gimple did a lot of things that were right over the years, and he did a lot of really good for the series, from season 4 to season 9 to the start. He did a lot of great things. He saved Rick in a helicopter. They could have just killed him off or ended the series. So there's that. So he did do a lot of good for us and everything, I got to admit. But I do think that was one. I almost have to say, here's what I think. There must have been something that happened with Chandler and his family and the powers that be. He must have asked for too much money. Some people say, well, he probably asked for too much money or the contract negotiations didn't go well, something like that. That might be right. He might have asked for too much money to where they're like, oh, let's just do that. And then, because Gimple's answer was that it was to make it natural for Rick to let Negan live. So he traded Carl for Negan. And you guys know for me, I'm like, okay, yeah, keep Negan. If you got to choose between Carl and Negan, keep Negan. But the thing is that that's just me. That's some of you guys. But for the casual viewers don't even like Negan. They hate him. They don't read the comics, so they don't know he's funny and stuff in the future and all the stuff that's coming up for him that's really good. If you have to trade Carl or Negan, for the casual viewers, the smarter decision is probably Carl. So it was sort of like they did it, but it wasn't worth what it did. Like, unfortunately, that's just the sad part of it is that if he did it to save Negan, Carl actually was probably more important than Negan. And I think it shows that. Paula, again, thank you. Thank you, Paula. Merry Christmas to you. I feel bad, dudes. I feel bad. Okay, stop giving me money, dudes. That's not what we're here for. But thank you. Merry Christmas to you too. She said, thank you for all you do for your hard work. You put into creating content for us. Keep them coming. Yeah, we don't have to do it, but you deserve. So thank you. Hugs and kisses from Switzerland. From Switzerland. Thank you, Paula Fernandez from Switzerland. That is so cool. And thank you, Subby, and all the others I said before too. John Peck says, Trev, please review Better Call Saul. So yeah, man, I want to review Better Call Saul. I love Better Call Saul. It's really fun. If you guys have seen Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul is really fun. And I feel like there's some important life lessons in Better Call Saul that we can all learn. And it's don't fucking talk to cops and call your lawyer every time. Better Call Saul. Call your lawyer every time. And that's for all of you guys. A public service announcement on Christmas. If you guys have to talk to cops, don't say anything until your lawyer gets there, no matter what the case. I don't care. I don't care if something happened to a loved one, your wife, your kid, whatever, anybody. Don't talk to the cops until your lawyer gets there. It's the one thing I'm going to tell you guys. So there's your Christmas gift from me. If you ever go down to a police station, tell them, I'll talk to you, no problem, but I need to call my lawyer first. And if you don't have a lawyer, just get a get your yellow pages and just write down a slip, put it in your wallet or whatever, or purse, ladies, for a lawyer's number. If anyone messes around with you, just call your lawyer. It's the right thing to do legally, right away. So just saying, better call Saul. So that's a good life lessons from AMC, right? It's awesome stuff. Damn right. Absolutely. Welcome to Legal Advice Stream with Trev Tantu. Yeah, it's all good, man. Do you think they will cancel Fear and bring those characters into The Walking Dead? So do we actually think that they will actually cancel Fear and bring the characters into The Walking Dead? This isn't I'm not doing Illuminati thing here. Okay. Well, how can I place my hands without doing some kind of weird, I was watching an Eddie Murphy, music video. My Girl Wants to Party All the Time. Right. And if you look at the music video, look at it, and he does the 666. You guys don't know what this is. This is not an AOK symbol. This is a 666. You see it? It's a 6, reverse 6, and a 6. So, I don't know. Demon, Luciferian demon worshiping garbage. I don't know. A lot of the industry, whatever. Anyway, back out of the conspiracy corner. Let's see. So, where was I going with that? What was I talking about? Somebody tell me, Trev, where were you going with this? What was I talking about before I got distracted by Eddie Murphy? I don't know. Freaking 80s stuff. I do love me some 80s though. I gotta admit that. And 90s. 80s and 90s are fun. We did the legal advice. Oh, the Fear of the Walking Dead possibly being merged in The Walking Dead. They're not going to do it. Okay. Well, where are we going with this? All right. They're not going to do it. Okay. I don't think they're going to do it because, with Walking Dead, you have a succinct series from start to finish. So even though I would love to see Fear merge into the original series, you bring Morgan, you bring Alicia, you bring Dwight, you bring everybody from Fear into The Walking Dead, and you continue the original Walking Dead series. It's a great concept. I like the idea. I don't think they're going to want to do it because they're probably going to look at it and say like, okay, no, let's just end the original series and continue Fear. That's what the report said. The report could be total nonsense. It could be totally wrong. I wish they would do that if they have to, and then keep the original series going. And that could be like your ultimate crossover, is where you cross over everybody from Fear that's still alive in a few years, whenever that is, into the original series. And then you have a huge roster and you continue with 16 or 20 episodes a year, whatever it is, with a bigger, combined roster. It would be really, really cool. And it sounds great. For some reason, I just don't think they'll do it because, their fear would probably be, that's good one. Their fear would be that the casual viewers won't know a lot of those characters. They'll know Morgan, they'll know Dwight, they'll probably know like Alicia, Strand, Daniel, all the others. They'll be like, who the hell are all these people? They won't know them. So I don't think they'll do it. I just don't think they will. I think they'll probably keep Fear going as long as they can, do the original, do the other series, and maybe a few more years of the original, and that's it. That's what it is. Alan M says, Merry Christmas. Thanks, Alan, man. Appreciate it, man. Brother, and Happy New Year. Any New Year's resolutions? Love from New York. Oh, thanks, man, from New York. Hope you guys in New York are staying warm. Do you guys have snow right now? Tell me, Alan, if you guys have snow in New York. Because I would think that probably this time of the year you might, right? Depends. But you rock too. You guys rock. It's really you guys who rock. It's not really me. I'm just here, having fun with you guys. But it's all about you guys, man. But any New Year's resolutions for this year? And if you guys have any New Year's resolutions, put them in the chat below. I don't really have any. Just to try to keep producing with you guys. Just try to keep going. It's not always easy to kind of keep going, especially when you hear reports that the end is nigh, the end is near. It's a Watchman sign, right? The end is nigh. The end could be near, and that kind of thing. It's not easy to kind of just keep going when you hear stuff like that. But that's what I'm going to try to do with you guys. I'm going to try to keep it going. So I guess if there's one New Year's resolution I have, it's keep the channel alive. Zombify that thing and walk it around wherever. Whatever you got to do. That's kind of what I want to do. Trading cards and more. Stop giving me money, man. That's enough. So midnight here now. So Merry Christmas, Trav. Two things. Have you watched Amazon's The Boys? Okay, that's a good question. Let's do that one first. I watched the first episode of The Boys, and I thought it was awesome. If you guys haven't seen The Boys, you can watch it online. You can go to Amazon.com, sign up for an Amazon Prime thing, cancel it if you want to a week later or whatever, and you can watch on their streaming service The Boys. It's an awesome series. I want to watch the whole thing. I've watched the first episode. I want to review it. I think it's really interesting. I think it's really cool. Is that Garth Ennis? Is that who did the comic? I think so. I think it's amazing, and I think it's mature, and I like that. And it's kind of an anti-superhero show, sort of, which I actually really like right now because you have so much superhero stuff out there, like the Marvel stuff and the DC stuff and all this stuff going on. Even though DC's been kind of cool by doing Joker and a little bit different stuff there, a little bit different there. But I think The Boys is cool because it's anti, what they're doing in Marvel and everything. So I want to do a review of The Boys. And then he says, "Do you also watch South Park?" I think you'd love both. So yeah, I do like The Boys a lot. You're right about that. It's something I love. It's right in there with my other interests with Walking Dead and other mature series. For South Park, do I like South Park? Well, South Park is a lot of fun. I used to watch it when I was a kid in the '90s. Is it still on with new seasons every year? I'm not sure about that. I like the alien stuff, pros and stuff. Cartman's a fun character, so there's a lot of fun characters in South Park. Cartman's old school favorite. Butters is one of my favorites. So yeah, I like South Park. I just can't keep up with everything. That's the thing nowadays versus when I kind of started the channel 10 years ago and 8 years ago. Is nowadays the problem is not that there aren't any shows to watch or anything on TV. The problem is there's so much stuff that you have to kind of figure out what are you gonna get into, because there's this streaming service and there's that streaming service and there's regular AMC or TV or HBO and there's their streaming service and there's Disney streaming service and then there's these movies, and it's like overload. It's like there's so much entertainment. It's just gone with the internet and technology. It's just gone crazy with all the different, and they each have their own universes and stuff, like the Star Wars stuff. And you got to watch all this different stuff to keep up to date with it. It's just difficult to keep up with everything because there's so much stuff. Watchmen's another good example. So I haven't seen all of Watchmen, but I love the Watchmen movie and I love the comic. I have the comic, so there's that. But yeah, I haven't. Let's see. Yeah, but I haven't seen all of the first season of Watchmen yet. So I haven't yet. So that's cool. Let's see what else we got here. Any other good questions? So Trev, well, yeah, I don't know about that, man. Fear is not as big as The Walking Dead. It's 50-50. I'm not sure. I like to say the way I look at it as Fear is about half of what The Walking Dead typically is overall. Like if you look at the whole run of Fear, and it's 5 years going into season 6 now, it's about half of the audience of the original Walking Dead. So yeah, Alan, the snow in New York and it's cold. Yeah, man, I got you. Absolutely. Have some eggnog and rum, man, or something. I don't know. What do you guys drink in New York on Christmas? I'm not sure. So Kate Gatz says, Trev, have you watched The Witcher yet? Yes, I have watched The Witcher, the first episode, and I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. It reminded me a lot of Berserk. If you guys have ever seen the anime Berserk, people are comparing it to Game of Thrones, of course, based on its fantasy, time period type of angle, which is cool. It's got some similarities to Game of Thrones, but it's quite a bit different too. It's not Game of Thrones has a slower pace, a more dramatic type of approach. The Witcher kind of comes in with some action pretty quick early on, some supernatural, some of those type elements. So I do like The Witcher. If I had to rate the first episode, I'd probably give it like a 7 out of 10 or 6.9 out of 10. But it's fun though, even though it's kind of a little overly fantastical, maybe. It's doing that to get people's attention and that kind of thing. It looks really good. And I'm a big fan of Henry Cavill. I think he's great. And it's cool to see him in a different role because he played Superman. Now he's playing The Witcher, if you guys don't know. So check out The Witcher. It's on Netflix if you haven't seen it. Maybe I'll do a review for that one. Okay, yeah, Berserk, the old school, is great. Berserk is incredible, and it's insanely underrated. Somebody in the U.S. should get the license for Berserk and do a live-action Berserk series. Whoops, I just gave someone an idea. Pitch it. Do a pitch on it. Berserk has an amazing story. It's an incredible anime, and it's one of the best I've ever seen. One of the best stories I've ever seen. So, yeah, absolutely. MTL says The Witcher is bloody. Yeah, it is a bit vicious. I like the sword fights, though. They're pretty cool, and it's got the action stuff down. No, Natty says, Trevor, have you seen Mr. Robot Season 4? I haven't. Yeah, so Alan's going to peace out. See you, Alan. Merry Christmas to you all. And yeah, if you guys have to leave, you can just check out. You can always watch the rest of the stream later if you want to. I probably won't make a video tomorrow or anything, so this is it for the next couple days probably. So Liam Neeson for Batman. Well, I guess does Batman talk on the phone that much? Well, he talks on the communicator, right? So so there's some stuff you could use for there. Do you watch The Mandalorian? A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. So there's that. Okay, let's see. Trev, will you be coming to the States for Donnie? I don't know, Donnie, man. I do go over sometimes, do shopping and stuff like that. And so let's see. I always wanted to go to Comic-Con. So maybe one year I will go to Comic-Con. I'll let you guys know if I do, we could do like a meetup or something. Or if I just run into you guys, we do a picture or something. That'd be cool or whatever. So ever play the Witcher games? No, I haven't. And Nightmare on Elm Street series trading cards, well, that'd be cool. I'd actually be interested to watch a Nightmare on Elm Street series. That could actually be good. So who's the best Batman? Oh, what a tough question from Josh. I mean, I want to go with Keaton, right? Because I grew up with Michael Keaton in 89 Batman. That was like my Batman as a kid. So I'd probably go with Michael Keaton. But Christian Bale was also an awesome Batman. I love his intensity and the way he kind of does things. Some people make fun of him. But, I like it. So let's see. So Jasmine Iqbal said, Trev is very realistic and being honest with us that The Walking Dead has gone downhill. He gives us a very accurate appraisal over the full 10 years. Trev is the pulse of all this for sure. So, like I said with the video about the popularity, we were talking about the popularity of The Walking Dead. We weren't saying that the quality has really gone down that much. Season 9 and 10's quality, I think, have been amazing, as good as ever. I think seasons 7 and 8 are where, it fell off. So whatever happened during those seasons, that's what you look at, I think, in my opinion anyway. So Mike Maddock 91 says, I think it's the best show and I'll always love it. Yeah. Me too, man. I'll always love The Walking Dead, no matter what, no matter how many years it lasts from now on, no matter what it is. Always love the series. Absolutely. 100%. It's amazing. And some people say, well, it's not the best quality series ever, Trev, or whatever, yada, yada, yada. There's, The Wire. There's this, there's Band of Brothers. There's that, whatever. But for what it is, it's my favorite series of all time. I've had more fun with it with you guys than any other series ever. And I love what they've done with even the whole Walking Dead universe, with the additional series starting, with Fear and everything. It's my favorite property ever. And that's just me. Everyone's got their favorites. I know a lot of you guys are into Star Wars right now, and that's cool. So no problem. For me, it's my favorite ever. And sure, you could point to other series and say, well, this was better quality during its runtime of 5 years, like Breaking Bad or whatever. And that's fine. But The Walking Dead has done so much content, so many episodes between all the different series. I think it's really amazing, and I love covering with you guys and have fun with you guys. So let's see, maybe a last few questions. Heath Ledger was too young to play Joker. I don't know, man. I thought Heath Ledger's Joker was amazing. I really did think so. So maybe even too good. Do you watch The Christmas Story for Christmas, Trev? I don't know what I'm going to watch for Christmas. Maybe we do that, something like that. We'll see. Maybe some kind of movie or something. So good question. DCU versus MCU. Yeah, I don't know. Cinematic. Well, I think that, what does it say? Dead Shreds. Maybe we go with, I kind of like DC, but the Marvel stuff is obviously a lot more popular. And Marvel Comics right now, if you guys don't know, the top 10 selling comics, which is a reflection of the movies, Marvel has, I think, 7 of the 10 slots. DC only has 3. Image has, I think, maybe they have, sometimes they get around there with some first releases and stuff like that. But anyway, maybe Image was 1, DC was 2, and Marvel was 7 for last month, something like that. So Marvel is at the forefront now. We have to admit it. It's what it is. Disney has pushed Marvel to the front, and they're bigger than DC now. We just have to admit it. And they have been for a while, probably. But it's what it is. And it's just what it is. But I mean, I'm a Batman fan from like when I was a little kid. I like Marvel too, but I love DC as well. Let's see. Dead Shred 99 says, "Be careful, Trev. You will get blamed by other YouTube channels for damaging the show." What? Okay, let's talk about promoting stuff. All right, blaming me or whatever, or me being some kind of authority or something. I'm not an authority. I'm just a fan, just like you guys. Am I damaging the show? No. Okay, so by creating content for it, the only thing I'm doing is helping to basically, spread the word about the series, popularize the series, create content out there for the series. As far as controversy and a little bit of controversy, Eric Bischoff did a book called Controversy Creates Cash. Controversy can get attention to things. So having controversy, like the news, right? If you look at the news and a lot of the tabloids and stuff, even when stars go crazy and shave their heads and smash things or whatever, it doesn't hurt their career. Really, it just kind of gives them even more attention. So even if you come at something with a bad angle or something, you go on the attack on it, it still puts a light on it and gets people to go there. And we have so much content nowadays and so much streaming that, really that's what you want. You just want to get people's attention on things. You want them to, Amazon wants people to notice The Boys. AMC wants people to notice Walking Dead. HBO wants people to notice the Game of Thrones spinoffs. That's really what the game is now. So it's what it is. I don't care about what other, being a YouTuber is not a thing. If you guys don't know, to break the wall for you, it's a web camera and people post what they want. It's not a thing. I denounce it. What's the Game of Thrones quote? I denounce it. I detaint it. Right. I strip it of all lands and titles. It's nothing. It's just anyone can do it. People can post whatever they want. It's not a thing. I refuse to look at it as a thing. If you're an entrepreneur, fine, you're an entrepreneur. But being a YouTuber is not a real thing. When I started making YouTube videos and stuff like that, like it's not a career. It's not like, like with my day job and stuff. It's just fun to do. And, if you can gain an audience doing it, then that's fine. But I completely denounce it as like any kind of serious like occupation or something like that. I think anyone who does that's like, it's like, dude, that's not, you're making an excuse because you don't have, something regular to do. And that's not a slight on anyone. I'm just saying basically like it's good to have something regular to do. One of the biggest things on entrepreneurship is you get in these ups and downs, and human beings do not do well with that. Like when you're doing well and everything's going great. But then when the things come down, you're in like suicide territory because it's so far down and it's really bad. So, consistency is good. And a lot of people don't like jobs, but there's things about jobs that are really good. The consistent, having it there, being able to do that consistently is a good thing. Josh says Rick versus Ash Williams. So, see, Benny says, Trev, you don't sound English at all. Were you joking? You can't tell, man. You can't tell. I'm a Harris man. Yes, I'm English. I don't know. You can't tell that. No, I'm not joking. Yes, I am. I don't know how you can see it. Can't you see it? I can see it. I can tell when someone's English. I can just tell by looking at them pretty much, at least with some degree of accuracy. I mean, people are mixed, right? But it's what it is. Everybody is. But what do we got? Some other good questions here. Heath was Morales' cousin. Oh, awesome. Any Christmas traditions for Jordan? We don't really have any like Christmas traditions. We just kind of hang out or do whatever. A lot of times I work on Christmas. Sometimes I work Christmas Day. So that's the thing. So that's good. Merry Christmas from the crazy guy. Merry Christmas, man. And we're almost at an hour here. So we'll wrap up pretty soon, I think. Scott nearly ruined it, right? Yeah, blame Scott, right? It's his fault. It's all for The Walking Dead declining. Oh my God, Trev's attacking Walking Dead. He's going to kill Walking Dead. Shut up. What are you doing? I don't know if someone actually said it. If you guys don't know, I don't browse around other, Facebook groups or channels or other. I don't do that. Like you guys think I have time in my schedule to do that. I do not have time to do that. I'd rather hang out with you guys or sell figures or do something like that. Where all the magic happens, 2019. Yeah, that's true, right? So yeah, it is. Canceling Fear Mathis says no, they're not gonna. Better Call Saul is brilliant, so that's a good one. Okay, so I think that's probably good for today, unless you guys have any other, good questions. What should we do as the last one? I feel like we should do like one good one as the last one to wrap up here for the hour for Christmas Hangout. Okay, Dwighty Boy 83 had a good one the other day, so I'll put it in and we'll go to that one now, unless anybody else in comments is anything good. Says, for me personally, the magic isn't there simply because of the lack of main characters. Too many of them either left, got sent away, unnecessarily got killed off. In my opinion, The Walking Dead is currently in desperate need of A-list stars. I hate that Rick's gone, Morgan's gone, and Dwight's gone when they shouldn't be. Well, so they got more seasons out of Walking Dead than we realized with Fear. They added on another 5 years, which they've had, which has done about half. So it's like 2.5 or 3 years more of the original series to add to the overall amount that they've done, which is great for them and everything. And I've enjoyed watching it and everything, so it's been fun. So the original series does feel like they need more kind of forefront characters. Now, a lot of that has to do with last year and the Red Fair and everything. But I do wish that they would have more, more kind of at the forefront characters. Now, they gave a couple to Fear. Rick obviously had to leave. It's what it is. But at least we have Daryl, Carol, and well, Michonne for a little while longer here. Then after that, yeah, we'll have to see Maggie coming back, that kind of stuff. So I don't mean to sound like it's all doom and gloom with The Walking Dead. And I hope The Walking Dead lasts as long as it possibly can, right? And who knows, maybe that report is total nonsense and has no truth to it at all, and we do get a season 13, 14, 15. Either way, for me here on YouTube doing this with you guys, it depends on what you guys want to do and how many of you guys there are that are still interested. I'd love to do this with you guys for many more years to come up, and hopefully 2020 will be a fun year, and we'll have lots of fun, and the series will be good and everything like that. But at the same time, we'll have to try to cover other stuff too, because it does feel like The Walking Dead is starting to kind of slip away, or it's starting to sort of kind of trend down from what I'm seeing in terms of interest from people. So there's no reason for me, with enough honesty to myself, to be able to look in the mirror and say, okay, obviously this is happening, so you might have to do more other stuff, Trev, and that's fine. But again, I have my regular day job, stuff like that, so I'm not dependent on YouTube to make a living or anything like that. And nobody really should be, I don't think, either, unless you're killing it. Then okay, fine, you're millions of subscribers, all that stuff. Okay, I go ahead and do what you want, right? Because you're that successful doing it. But for me, I'm just kind of looking at like, okay, well, if we'll cover Walking Dead until the end, like the Morgan quote from All Out War, we've come this far, let's just finish it, right? And then after that, let's see what happens. But hopefully they can build some new stars. They can do that with the Walking Dead series, and we'll see. I think Angela Kang does a great job, and I am eventually looking forward to the movies when they do hit. And that's that. So I don't want it to come across as like a downer, or as like, oh man, The Walking Dead's dying, whatever. No. That's not the case. But with the comics ending and everything else that's happened, it has slid down a lot for people in popularity. Let's hope it can kind of rebound, or at least it can continue on for at least a few more years, so we can have some more fun over the next few years. And then after that, if it rides off in the sunset, then it rides off into the sunset. So that's what it is. So anyway, as such, I guess for this video, we'll ride off into the sunset. So that's about an hour runtime now for this one. That's probably good. I'm sure you guys have lots of other stuff to do, or to whatever. So have fun with your families, that kind of stuff. Families, right? So Merry Christmas to all you guys, all my friends out there on the tube, all of you guys out there. It was great to hang out with you for a little bit. I hope nobody's disappointed that they missed us or whatever. Maybe we could do another one. If you guys liked it, leave me that feedback in comments the next few days and that. Merry Christmas to you, Just Flo, and everybody else. Merry Christmas, Trade. Merry Christmas, Look. And Merry Christmas, Josh. Merry Christmas to all of you guys. I love you guys. You guys are the best. And I hope you guys get some fun stuff. I hope you have some fun. And man, Merry Christmas, guys. Have some fun, right, with Trev on Christmas. So have a good one tomorrow, guys. And I'll see you guys again soon for another video. As always, this is Trev, and I'm saying peace later, guys. We'll see you soon. Merry Christmas, guys. See you. Yeah, Merry Christmas, UK, AF, and everybody in the States, everybody everywhere. Merry Christmas everywhere. Joy all around. Joy to the world, right? See you guys. Okay, I'm ending. See you guys. Bye.